Creative Katie, Karen Birchall here with day one of National Nonstop Journaling Month 2016. Before I talk about how I created my iCAD, I just want to talk a little bit about NaNoJouMo. It was started by Don Sokol several years ago, I'm not even sure when, with the idea to just promote everyone doing something creative every day, doing art journaling every day, with the hopes that we learn that we don't have to have 2 hours of time in order to get creative and to get something done. So we're asking that you commit at least 15 minutes a day, but it can be longer, and work on a journal spread. It could be on a journal page, an ATC, an iCAD, or even a canvas. You might end up creating one page for each week of the month of November. And that's okay. It's not about the end product. It's about sitting down and allowing yourself to get creative, to become inspired for 30 straight days of November. You can go to Dawn's blog and get some prompts that will help to inspire you further, or you can find your own prompts on a different website. Dawn asks that you post on Instagram at #NaNoJouMo. I'm asking that you also post your pictures and have a conversation about how you're finding the process on my Facebook group, All Things Mixed Media, Creative Katie. So what you've seen me do here behind the scenes, I ripped up a paper towel that had sopped up used paint and sprays, and I just collaged that on with Mod Podge onto a tag. Today I'm doing a tag, tomorrow I might do a page. I'm not going to limit myself to one format at all. I'm going to do and go the way I want. So I have this Crafters Workshop stencil. I think it's called Suzanne's Arrows. And I love this arrow with the squirrel work in between. And I'm just taping it down just so that it doesn't move as much. I find that sometimes it moves, and this is just a little extra precaution I take to put it in my favor so that it's going to turn out. So as always, whenever you use modeling place, please make sure you clean your stencils right away. That'll help preserve them. And I'm just using my heat tool to dry it. If I hold the heat tool closer to it and longer on one spot, I can get the modeling paste to bubble up. Sometimes I do that on purpose to get that effect. I'm not going for that with this card. I talked about the prompts that Dawn has listed on her blog. Another set of prompts that you can get are on Daisy Yellow's blog, where they're called 30-Day Muse, and they really explain the prompts and give you further ideas. So I used my letter stamps and my Dilutions paints to spell out the word NaNoJouMo. Daisy Yellow's prompt was print, so I wanted to put some print on this. So I'm doing the same right here with the year. This will be the cover of all my videos for NaNoJouMo 2016. And again, make sure you clean off acrylic paint off your stamps when you use acrylic paint on stamps. Giving it a good dry, and as you can see, there are places that are missed, and I'm just going to go and fill that in with a micron pen later. Since I have the black paint out, I'm just putting it on a sponge and just edging my card. This just makes it work with the black of the stamping that I've done and somehow frames the work. Most pages are edged in some way, shape, or form. And there you see me going in with the micron pen. Now, after being away from creating for almost a month, maybe a little longer, I'm finding it really difficult to get back into the process of creating. I sit in my nice new studio and I struggle to come up with ideas. So I really didn't have an idea for this one. Just kind of going as it goes. So I used my Lindy's Starburst sprays. And I'm wishing that I hadn't sprayed it on because it kind of soaked into the coffee filter around the arrow and made the arrow disappear against the background. So I'm wishing that I had just painted it from the get-go, but later I fixed that up. And that's what our journaling is all about. You do something and then you discover later on that that technique didn't work, and then you try something else. So it's a series of trial and error and learning all the way. You can't see in this video right now the glimmer and shimmer that comes with the Lindy Starburst sprays. It's kind of a two-tone spray. The micas in it are one tone and then the ink is another. So I'm trying to outline it with my black micron pen and it's just not working very well. So I'm making sure that it's doubly dry. And then I'm going to come in with my gel pen. So I try it with the blue and it doesn't stand up very well. So then I go back to gold. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know I like my gold. It always seems to add that little extra. For me, when in doubt, add black, white, or gold. So I'm just tracing around the texture paste. And this makes the arrow stand up against the background, which I lost for a bit, but I was able to save it without too much muss and fuss. You can also color the modeling paste with Inktense blocks or your inks or acrylic paints before you apply it to get a similar effect. I'm just going over it, getting a nice solid gold outline in there. And since I added gold there, I need to add it somewhere else. So I'm going around with my usual dot, 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 dash all the way around the edge. Having the black there just accentuates the gold and makes it stand out just that little bit more. Then I decide to go around the numbers and the letters of my title. I did not speed up this video very much. I think it only went 3 times. I have moved into a place where I get faster upload speeds, so it's a little easier for me. So my videos can be longer. If you like the slower pace, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know. So here I've just flipped over the tag and I recently had a jelly print session, and this is a brayer off sheet that I loved. And I thought, I'm just going to cover the back of this tag. You may see it again later on. It may end up being another day of November art journaling, part of this challenge? I don't know, but I saw it and I thought I'm just going to go for it and get it all ready. And that's one way. If all you have time to do is do some jelly printing, that's going to give you time and save time the next day. You're going to start with a jelly print. You're going to start with a clean off sheet. You're going to start with a tissue paper or paper towel that's covered with ink from a past session. Use what you have in your stash. So there's the finished card, and I really like the background. And here are some close-ups. You can see the texture and the shimmer a little bit. There you can see the two-tone of the Lindy spray and the finished iCAD. Thank you so much for watching. See you for day 2 and the rest of the week. Bye for now.